Welcome, or welcome back if you're returning. My name is Burr, and if you are a fan of MMOs, RPGs, JRPGs, obscure video games, art, or music, then you should subscribe because that's what we do here. Also, don't forget to like this video because it super helps us out, and it also lets me know that you like the content I'm making. Quick announcement, we are on our way to 800 subscribers. We are super close. Once we get there, I'm going to be doing an awesome art stream live for you guys, where I'm drawing pictures for you, Final Fantasy characters, your OCs, all that fun stuff. Just my way of saying thank you to you guys for being so super awesome and supportive. So yeah, we're almost there. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet and you've been watching, because we gotta hit 800 first. Hi Lee, welcome in. We are playing Final Fantasy 14 today, continuing with our post MSQ stuff, and yeah, look at this person. This person is adorable. You can see his like chocobo is in the way. I like his sweet pompadour. That's all I'm saying. Alright. So we're helping this guy out. All jesting aside, we must tell people the good news, and I think Lise should be the first. Seconded, she is bound to be delighted. If I am no longer needed, then I shall take my leave. Of course, don't let us keep you. Thanks again, and say hello to Vama. Vama for me. Vama. Now then, there is to be a meeting of representatives from across Alamigo, so Lise is sure to be in the city. Shall we seek her out? I suppose, if we must. Who's this? Sky Pirate. This guy. So funny. Sweet pompadour. Okay. Hi, Choco. Do. Oh. So yeah, I'm still reeling from Life is Strange last night. It's pretty crazy. Definitely looking forward to continuing on to chapter 4, episode 4. Pretty cool. Let's see. This way? Then we played more Silent Hill today, so hoping to get that edited and up shortly. That one is pretty crazy. Some wild. The game is pretty spooky. So yeah. Oh, you three look pleased with yourselves. What have you been up to? I'm glad you asked, Lise, and I'm pretty sure you're going to like the answer. So we just found all this buried treasure. You're joking. The Mad King's trove? I thought it was a myth. So did plenty of people, but they didn't have Burr and Alphino in their party. The credit for finding it should really go to them. As for what to do with it all, I vote that it go towards alleviating the suffering of Alamigo's poor. Gods, if there's as much as you say. Erevold did not exaggerate, I assure you. We could not hope to carry even a fraction of it out on our own. I have taken the liberty of sketching out a rough map of the ruins. If you will assemble a squad of your most trusted freedom fighters, they should be able to follow the route to where the treasure lies. Him and his artistic abilities. Understood. I'll make sure every coin is accounted for, and that goes for the spending of it as well. Thank you. Oh, there is one other thing. When the time comes to draw up a plan for distributing the spoils, I would ask that you consult Alphino. I don't have a head for details. I'm not educated. I see that simply handing out sacks of gil won't solve everything, but I couldn't rightly tell you what to do instead. Oh, I know the feeling. I'd welcome any advice you could give us, Alfredo. Of course, I shall be at your disposal. Commander, we've got a problem. Deep breaths. Tell me what happened. Breathe. A mob's gathered outside headquarters and they've started making demands. You'd best come and see for yourself. Uh-oh. So it begins. It's an angry mob.
Step back, all of you!
Like hells we will! We know who you've got in there!
We're not leaving till you hand her over!
Bring her out! Bring her out!
What's going on? Someone let slip about Fordola.
It's true then! The bitch really is in there! I knew it! I bloody knew it! We demand vengeance! Bring her out! Today we butcher the butcher!
Today we butcher the butcher.
Butcher the... Come on, you don't mean that! We'd be no better than the Imperials if you'd all just calm down!
Please, you know they mean that.
Calm down! That monster and her thrice damned skulls dragged my man from our home and beat him to death in the street!
Aye, and my dad! That bitch has spilt enough blood to fill a lock!
We all know her crimes. She's a traitor and a murderer. How many of your resistance friends have died at her hands, eh? And here you are, protecting her!
So that's what all the fuss is about. Hearken to me, brothers and sisters of Alamigo.
He'll set this straight. Good old Rob on.
Hey, who's this?
That's the Bull of Alamigo.
My friends, you are not alone in your anger, your grief, your despair, for it is mine as well. That gnawing pain in your breast, it is enough to bring an old bull to his knees.
Oh yeah, no, I think they just are really keen on staying riled up and angry.
But I ask you, brothers and sisters, to think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted, the ones who may yet live. Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answers. I share your thirst for justice, for vengeance. But we will gain only fleeting satisfaction if we give in to our base appetites. We will never know the truth. Now is the time that we, the people of Alamigo, must decide what manner of nation we will build for ourselves and for generations yet unborn. When they look to our example, will they see a people who held fast to their principles, or one who cast them aside when tried? I say to you, it is our responsibility to give these prisoners a fair trial, that they might answer to all of Alamigo. The Garleans called us savages, and I'll be damned if we prove them right.
Job, Robin. You did it.
I know you're right, I do. But I can't.
His name is literally Tattooed Troublemaker. Good job, Robin. My thanks, Robot. Listening to the anger, I could feel myself being swept away. 'Tis a difficult tide to stem. 'Twas that same rage which brought us to our feet and carried us to victory. But now the war is over. All the unspent fury is being channeled into vengeance. Aye, and it's not just here. We've reports of mobs forming all over. They've been targeting folk known to have cooperated with the Guardians. It starts with insults most often, then someone picks up a stone. Some industrious souls even thought to seek out the graves of Xenos and his officers. It was grim. Well, I want to build a country where everyone, regardless of race or origin, can live side by side in peace. But maybe the time isn't right. Maybe people just aren't ready. Will they ever be ready? But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. The representatives will be here soon, and I'll be damned if I'm going to give up before I've even begun. Who are these representatives exactly? Oh, village elders, refugee leaders, and the like. It wouldn't be right for us to dictate the nation's future on our own, so we've planned a summit of sorts. We've even invited the Ananta and the Kikiran to participate. An amigo stands at a crossroads, and this meeting will decide which path it takes. The matter of Fordola's sentence cannot be suffered to disrupt proceedings. Then let's execute her and be done with it. She herself asked to be put to death. Now go. I already explained why we wouldn't do that. Sending her to the gallows might satisfy people right now, but where would it end? Should we round up everyone who collaborated and everyone who didn't resist? There would be no one left, and we'd be no better than Theodoric and Xenos. Girl, we don't want to be like Xenos. Begging your pardon, but might I be allowed to speak with Fordola? Only I caught a glimpse of her past. A moment of it anyway, during the fight. She's done terrible things, unforgivable things, but in some ways, she's a victim of the circumstances in which she was born, and that's something I can understand. Alright, speak with the prison guard when you're ready, and I'll come and join you. I want to talk to her, too. I'll return to my other duties, then. We've barely begun to investigate the facility where they gave Fordola her powers. Be fairly warned, friends. She will test you. Don't let your emotions color your judgment when she does. True. Hi, prison guard. You're the commander's permission to enter, then? I guess. I guess I did. I didn't know that I was invited. I'm just invited myself. I really like Lisa's outfit. It's so pretty.
Well, well, well. So many visitors. Come to have a good laugh, have you? Or do you mean to put me out of my misery? To finish what you started? It's about bloody time.
Hold on, Gemini.
That's not why we're here, no. Do you remember what I said? How I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win our freedom? Well, I meant it. And not to mock you either.
Okay, but Alfie's got an evil look on his face.
You're wasting your time. All of this is pointless. There's no reason to keep me alive, and you know it! I killed your men. I killed my men. And you know what my only regret is? That I didn't kill you when I had the chance!
Well, you made perfect timing then, Gemini.
That's a lie, and you know it. You think we can't tell what you're trying to do? That we're blind? Yeah, you're a fool, but you're not stupid. You're ruthless. Relentless. You'd give up anything and everything to get what you want. You didn't come this far, climbing over the bodies of your own brothers and sisters just to piss it all away. I see you, Fordola. I see you for what you are.
And now we're about to see that too.
Come along, Fordola. We mustn't be late. The Imperial Viceroy will be attending today's banquet.
All right! Father, what's Lord Gaius like? Is he nice? Are you friends?
Oh, hey, Rain Shark. She's so cute.
There you go again with all your questions. Lord Gaius is a great and honourable man who looks after all of Alamigo. He's very busy, and if we don't hurry, we'll miss our chance to see him.
Filthy tin-head lovers.
Father, what did that man call us?
The little tin-head lover doesn't know what she is, eh? A traitor, sweetheart. A backstabbing bitch who'd gladly betray her kith and kin to gnaw on what few scraps the Imperials deign to toss her. Like your bastard father and whore mother.
Oh my gosh. To say that in front of a child.
That's not true!
Oh.
My parents are good people! They've never done anything like that!
Oh, but they were quick to help themselves and their bitch spawn, weren't they? You're just as guilty as them.
Fordola!
Traitors!
Please, you have to do something. My husband and daughter are in danger.
Soldiers of the Imperial Army are under no obligation to intervene in the disputes of arm.
We're citizens. We have rights.
Ah!
I'm scared.
It's all right. It's all right. They don't understand, but they'll see in time. They'll see that this is the only way to survive.
Traitors!
Oh, man.
Traitors!
Oof. Oh, gosh.
Let the savages have their fun. They'll be more compliant once they've tired themselves out.
Oh my gosh.
Fordola, please! You already have citizenship. Why would you want to become a soldier? Oh, gods! What have you done to your face?
Forgotten it already, have you? I'm honoring Father's memory.
By telling the world that you know better than a common savage.
Am I though, Mother? Are any of us? Can't you see? Citizenship means nothing to them. If you're not a pure-blood Garlean, you're no different from any other savage. So I'll play the part. I'll join the Legion and I'll make them respect me. And when the mob see that, they'll think twice before throwing their stones.
Boy.
Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn. It's time. It'll be hard. Humiliating. They'll try to break us. Send us crawling back to our own kind. But we won't, no matter what. We'll bleed for them, die for them if we have to. We'll do whatever it takes to be free!
So, you mean to play the part one last time, eh? The unrepentant traitor whose death will serve to unite the people?
Shut up.
You had every chance to kill yourself. Fashion a noose from your clothes, wait for the guards to leave you alone long enough to slip it over your neck.
I said shut up!
Oh, but then it would have all been for nothing, wouldn't it? Whatever it takes. That's what you said.
Been in my head, have you? Had a little peek at my past? And what? A few stolen memories tell you everything you need to know, do they? Don't you dare patronize me! You don't know a god's damned thing about the life I've led! The bastards that killed him. The bastards that let it happen. My father deserved better! I swore I'd do whatever it took to make them pay!
The inner beast. Is she seeing my memories?
You. All that power. All that pain. It's too much. Too much for anyone. The things they've done to you. The lies. The betrayal. The endless fighting. Yet there you stand. Unbroken. How? Why?
Well, it's kind of hard to say, but, you know, I can unleash my darkness at any time. Well, you say, you know why, you saw. For those I have lost, for those I can yet save, because I choose to. We'll go with the second one.
Damn you. Damn you all.
You still have time, Fordola. Think about how you want to spend it. Let's go.
Well, that was something else. Poor Fordola. She had a hard life. But, you know, she'll come around. Oh wait, we got this. Thank you, Har. Oh yeah. This is true. I forgot about that. Poison tongue. Anything else fun here? Really gotta clean this out, but you know, eventually. I don't know that we solved anything exactly, but we've given Fordola something to think about at least. Aye, and I found something new to think about too. I don't know about you, Burr, but the visions only come to me every now and then. From the way Fordola kept wincing, though, I get the feeling she's having them almost all the time. That's a lot of bad memories to deal with. Yeah, it's a lot. I wonder, could there be some fundamental difference between one who is born with the echo and one who has been artificially imbued with it? Well, the Immortal Flames have been scouring that research facility ever since the liberation. There's a chance they might have some answers for us. General Alden's there overseeing the investigation. Let's go and pay him a visit, shall we? Let's. Going to see about some Imperial stuff. Oh no, I couldn't think of a song. My brain is shot. I've officially been awake for 12 hours. And I'm so not a night person anymore. I mean, I've always been a morning person, but like as I've gotten older, really not much of a night person anymore. Just old lady now. Just old lady. Ugh, I thought this was the way. It was not. Right down? Yeah. Boop. Well, that wasn't supposed to hurt. Resonatorium? Oh. Hello, Alden. Whoa. I love their little buddy hoods. Buddies. What news? You spoke with Fordola, I take it. Yes, As expected, she didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Arval noticed something odd about her. He thinks she might be having visions almost constantly, which is how the echo normally works. Have you found anything here which might explain why it's so different for her? We've been hard-pressed just to organize the research materials, let alone study them. To be frank, I'd welcome the Scion's expert assistance if you have time to lend a hand. I know, right? I'm all old now. Oh hum. So many bodies, every one of them a victim of these experiments. Oh wow, shoot, those aren't all bodies. I did not realize that. That is very sad. Few show any signs of external injury. From what we've been able to determine, they perished from forcible ether extraction. Such a miserable way to die. I'd say so. It's messed up. So many dead people. The device in which Cryle was held seems even more ominous now you know its purpose. The surrounding pods are marked Supply Subject, while this one bears the label Master Subject. The Ironworks received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices, and I've been reporting everything of interest. Did you notice the labeling? All the pods are designed to drain the ether of the occupant, save that one right there. Unlike the others, the interior has been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. To what purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. Oh my gosh. So, they're putting everybody else's ether into Fordola? Is that what happened? No wonder she's got so many memories. I know little and less of science, so any light you can shed on this facility's operations would be much appreciated. Mer, shall we start with you? I am the same way. Science and math. Oh yeah, I heard that. Gemini. That's a cool fact. It does sound like a dental procedure. Does not sound fun. Taken in combination with the testimonies of Cryle and Thegrid, I do begin to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting here. The enhancement procedure entailed infusing a single candidate with ether siphoned from a multitude of supply subjects. As for the master subject, in this case Cryle, the patterns of her etheric activity would provide the model upon which they would artificially engineer the candidate's aura. In other words, they were trying to recreate Cryle's echo? I believe so, which would explain our prisoner's present state. Cryle is possessed of an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probable that the procedure engendered the same acute sensitivity in Fordola. The soldiers who guard Fordola, many of them lost friends and family to the skulls. And there's a sentry at her door night and day, if she can't help sensing their thoughts and seeing their past. But you don't just see their past, you live it. All the emotions, all the pain. Imagine what it'd do to you. You'd never be the same again. Indeed, as you may recall, Hazel was completely transformed by a single glimpse of Hrisvelger's past. Fordola has been forced to experience the agony of those whose lives she destroyed. The guilt must be unbearable. That explains her request to be executed. Sounds to me like a kind of justice. Regardless, she can suffer on for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. It's cool. It's nice that they do that, though. Like, it just adds more depth to the world, the lore. If the results of these experiments have been relayed back to Garlemald, there will be naught to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. They could give the echo to anyone, to an entire legion. We must be ready. We must learn all we can of these god's-forsaken procedures, and Fordola remains our best source of information. She'll not be getting her wish. Not yet. Right. Keep faith, lass. If you're to convince the others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. People will respond to passion, but not if it's feigned. I understand. Thank you, General. We should leave the flames to it. Let's go. Let's go. Man. Well, yeah, she's kind of got her own punishment happening right now. Then Fordola. Echoes for everyone. Indeed. I go looking for answers about the Echo and end up getting schooled by Rodman. Yet more evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. It's no wonder people listen to him and not me. General Alden is a veteran of countless campaigns, Lise. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience. I know, but I also know that I couldn't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize how much we rely on his authority, and how much I still have to learn. I wonder what he'll do when everything here is settled. I mean, it's his homeland. After going to the trouble of winning it back, might he not want to stay? 'Tis a quandary which countless refugees now face. To continue the life they built in Ul'dah, or to start again in the land of their birth. Burr, a moment. Peep in. I am newly returned from Ul'dah with a message from the Sultana. Her Grace desires an audience with you. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience. Well, I must away and attend to other business. Until next time, my friends. An audience with the Sultana. Depending on the nature of her consultation, this might be the perfect opportunity to inquire about the General's future plans. Yes, we'd all like to know about those, Alphino, but not everyone's as comfortable interrogating royalty as you. Take no notice of him, Burr. True. Alfie, you nosy little guy. Hi, Sean. A Klingon salute. Well, the question of how to put the Mad King's treasures to good use shows no sign of answering itself. Shall we be about to Darnvald? I know, right? Not this again. I am at your beck and call. And I should be getting back to my own tasks. I'll organize a squad to head down into the ruins, and then start preparing for the big meeting. Oh, send Nanamo my regards, Burr. And ours too, if you please. We shall see you on your return. Alright. Oh, but she's so cute. Let's just hope she doesn't get poisoned again. What the heck is going on here? Stop that. Stop it. Ul'dah. Haven't been to Ul'dah in forever. I know, right? It's amazing. We're still, like, picking up the scraps from that last one. What? Have to go inside. There they are. The answers. Can always count on them. What is that? Spooky. I guess, oh, because it's spooky season? That's so cute. I didn't know they had these. Aw, how fun. They have it decorated for Halloween. That's so cute. I can't wait to see for Christmas time. Let's go this way. I just want to teleport. Halloween! It's like Halloween Town. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween, Halloween. It is very, very cool. Look at the fountain. Oh, so cute. Oh my god. Oh wait. Bartholomew. Okay. I know, it's kind of neat to see how they do that in like games and stuff. Or TV shows, like translate the holidays. The heck? Well, I thought I went to the right one, but I guess I did not. We gotta go to the alchemists. Well, we'll get there. Slowly but surely we will. So fun. Look at the little cat. So cute. Bartholomew. Bart. Good old Bart.
I thank you for answering my summons in these most interesting times. You have been busy. The liberation of Alamigo will have far-reaching consequences, and there is a matter upon which I would seek your counsel. I speak of Raubarn and his future. All know the tale of his rise from penniless refugee to member of the Syndicate and General of the Immortal Flames. Yet though he has come to call Uldar home, it will never be his homeland. He is a son of Alamigo. And now that she is free, I thought it only a matter of time before he sought my leave to return to her. Indeed, I had resigned myself to his loss.
Nod.
Suffice it to say, I was greatly surprised to hear him speak so lightly of handing over the reins in Alamigo and retaking his place at my side.
Aww.
I will welcome him with open arms, of course. He is my most trusted advisor and my dearest friend. But I have known the man a long time, and beneath that steely gaze, I spied a flicker of doubt. Whether Raubarn chooses to remain in Uldar or return to Alamigo, I only wish that he do so with a heart unburdened by guilt or regret. Yet, how can he freely make such a choice, knowing how much I depend on him? It is past time that I learned to discharge my duties as a Sultana alone. I must go forth and see my realm with my own eyes, and hear the wind with my own ears. Might I have your company for a brief adventure?
Oh, snap!
Wonderful. Allow me a moment to change into something a touch less conspicuous, and I will join you outside.
She's so excited. Outside the quicksand. Huh? Well, this is kind of exciting. We're gonna go on an adventure with her. An adventure with the Sultana. She's so stinking cute. There's the quicksand. That's... right there. Adventurer's Guild. Sultana. There. Oh, look at her little outfit. Adorbs. She blends right in. Perchance you remember the Lyra, the merchant's daughter? This is the persona I assume when I venture beyond the palace walls to observe my subjects unnoticed. Ordinarily, Papashan would accompany me, but for this particular outing I need an advisor, not a minder. And that is why I requested your company. Over the course of your many adventures, you have met people from all walks of life, in every corner of Eorzea, and I would make use of your worldly experience. Now, let us be on our way. Our first destination is Stone's Throw, just beyond the Gate of Nold. Gates of Nold. Oh, yo, I can fly you. To get more Gissel greens. Ah, I can fly again. Oh, we don't have to go that far. Do-do-do-do. Look upon this procession of tattered tents. These refugees camp and squalor at the mercy of the elements and Thanalan's predators both. The city's mighty walls offer safety, but the streets overflow with people as it is, and unless blessed by the hand of Nold himself, no refugee could ever hope to afford a dwelling in Ul'dah. 20 years have passed since the fall of Alamigo, and 5 since the calamity, yet the plight of the poor has grown more desperate, not less. And Sultana, the blame falls upon me. You have done your best, your grace. Your hands have been tied, your grace. It's that one. Yes, my authority is limited, and that is an obstacle I must work to overcome. Shall we press on? I would follow the road to the unholy air. The Star Marmot. Nice marmot. Ba-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop, spineless basin. Can I go through here? Is this the right way? Blackbrush. Man, feels like forever since we've been here. Down. Wait. Huh? Almost there. We're getting closer. Aha! There she is. Looking at these toads. It was here, in this holy, unremarkable place, that my mother and father met their doom. Oh no! I was but a child at the time. My parents were returning from an inspection of our interests in eastern Thanalan when an untimely rockslide crushed their carriage. To this day it is not certain if the incident was simple misfortune or an expertly planned assassination. Raban once offered to reopen the investigation and bring me the truth he assumed I must surely crave, but I refused. Even if my parents' deaths were orchestrated by the Monetaris, we could only have brought their hirelings to justice. The true villains, those who plotted to put me on the throne as a biddable puppet, were ever beyond our reach. Thus did I plan to strip the merchants of their power and place our nations in the hands of its citizens, quite unaware of the consequences my actions would have for you and yours. I shudder to think how many goodly souls paid the price of my naivety. But I am no longer a child reciting words with witless obedience, and I will not be used as a pawn in the Monetaris' damnable games. Forgive me my outburst. You are one of the few people to whom I feel I can speak my mind. Come, let us return to Ul'dah and visit the Colosseum. Oh. Poor little girl. It'll be okay. It'll be okay, Sultana. You got this. The Colosseum. Where's the Colosseum? Gladiators Guild. Now we're going to the Gladiators Guild. That is near the Colosseum. Faux show. Somewhere. Yeah, because look, there. The Colosseum dudes. Yeah. Yeah. I figured it out. From the moment I became Sultana, I found myself thrust into an endless parade of document signing and ceremonies. For years I simply signed where I was told to sign and sat where I was told to sit, blissfully oblivious to what any of it meant. Yet one good thing did come from that ignominious chapter in my life, for it was during an official visit to the Colosseum that I first met Rauban. That match I had been invited to attend was not at all what I expected. They had pitted the Bull of Alamigo against some dozen or so rival gladiators. Bleakered though I was, I would not stand for so obvious an injustice and demanded to see a fair fight, one man against another, and my royal wish was duly granted. It was not until later that I learned of the gambling ring which had arranged for Rauban to die on the sands that day. Regardless, my intervention meant that Rauban had but a single opponent to dispatch, which he duly did, and when he knelt before me to receive the winner's purse, he swore that he would one day offer me his blade in service. Surrounded as I was by liars and manipulators, I confess I dismissed it as a pleasant piece of theater. But as you know, Rauban is a man of his word. Though it took him another 5 years of fighting on the Blood Sands, he amassed a fortune so great as to buy not only his freedom, but a seat on the syndicate. And then I had my blade. Oh. Sweet. Oh. Ooh. Headache time. Go down memory lane. To see again with 2 arms.
Your Grace, you mustn't! The danger is too great!
Oh,
Please, Your Grace, come back! I beg of you!
So cute. Look how she runs, oh my gosh.
It seems you're the one who needs looking after, Master Sham. Rauban!
Your Grace, I have kept the promise made.
So you have, and in turn, so too shall I keep mine. With your winnings, you have become one of the 6 most wealthy souls in all Uldar, and so, as tradition dictates, Rauben Aldin, you have earned yourself a seat on the Syndicate. May your new station garner you still greater glories.
I am honored, Your Grace, and vow to serve with every fiber of my being from this day till my last.
Oh, it's so sweet. She's so cute.
Long live the Sultana, and long live Uldar!
Oh. Adorable. It's so cute. Words cannot well express what that man means to me. There are others who care deeply for my well-being, of course. Papa Shan's love for me is as that of a grandsire for his grandchild. But upon matters of governance, I cannot turn to bodyguards and maidservants for counsel. Rauben, with the authority of his syndicate position, was the first sword I could wield. He was the only edge which could cut the strings that bound me. Aww. Doman tea. I'll take some of that. Thank you. Thank you. We must make haste. My absence will not go unnoticed by the Sultan Swarm for long, and there are other places I would visit. To the Zenith Ossuary. Zenith Ossuary? What the heck is that? Thaumaturgist Guild. It's this one. Do. Well, she fancy. Whoa. Ah, where's it? Ossuary. She in here, I take it? Yeah. When the calamity threatened, Rauben led the Alliance forces into battle on the plains of Cartano, and I remained here. I prayed with all my heart that Archon Louisoix would have the power to rouse the 12. Since that day, I have made a custom of visiting this shrine during each of my little excursions. Here, I seek the blessing of Thal, reflect upon my choices, and ask myself if I am fulfilling my duties as Sultana. You are rightly celebrated as a champion because you have led the line in 100 battles for the good of Eorzea. In much the same way, I believe the measure of a monarch lies in how she leads her people in times of adversity. Gemini. If I am to be a Sultana worthy of the name, I cannot turn a blind eye to the troubles facing Uldar. I have chosen my path, Burr. With Alamigo now freed from my imperial chains, I finally see a way to aid the refugees. Already, many displaced Alamigans seek to begin the long trek home. To facilitate that process, I have made a small contribution, an artisan school in Rauger's Reach for any who wish to learn new trades. Aww. Realistically, however, it will take years for such training to yield tangible benefits. But we do not have years. These people will need shelter and employment if they are to survive, and this time the Uldar Treasury shall provide. Precisely where and how to allocate the necessary funds is, of course, another question. I choose to ask a member of the Syndicate for advice. Why not seek the advice of one who employs refugees? ... Do the second one, I would think. A wise suggestion. Mayhap a visit to the Gold Saucer is in order. Its proprietor is a member of the Syndicate, and he is one of the few who pay refugees a fair wage. I wonder, are you acquainted with Godbert Vanderbilt? Am I? Then I need not explain his eccentric nature. Let us make our way to the landing, and I will see that word is sent to the gold saucer. Godbert should be only too glad to receive us. Wait, we're seeing Godbert outside of a Manderville quest? What the heck? What? Has this suddenly become a Manderville quest then? Godbert! I hope he wears pants in front of the Sultana, but that might be too much to ask. There's the airship landing. Where is it? Godbert, here, now. Yes. Oh, it's right there at the bottom where it says airship landing. Oh, that would make sense. That definitely would make sense. I have ridden aboard a public airship before, but this shall be my first visit to the Gold Saucer. I must confess to some excitement. Her first visit to the Gold Saucer. Oh man, she is in for a treat. Let's take it. Let's just go on the airship. Godbert is he's a character. He is daddy to everybody, but also daddy to Hildebrand. I had heard descriptions of its splendor, yet I never dreamed it would be so bright and inviting. No, I couldn't possibly. We did not come here to fritter away the royal coin. Godbert will be expecting us. Come, let's head directly to the lounge and ignore these gaudy temptations. She's like, do you want to play around a little? Do you want to go play? She's like, no. Oh, where am I? Where is she? Oh, she is over here. The other one. Get out of here. There we go. Yes, Godbert. Once you see him, you cannot forget him. I believe this is where we are to meet Lord Manderville. Shall we sit while we await his coming? Oh my gosh. Seriously? Oh, at least he is wearing pants. Thank goodness. My apologies, Your Grace. I have kept you waiting. No apologies unnecessary, Godbert. My request was sudden, and you were kind to make yourself available at such short notice. When the intrepid berrrlynn and the Sultana herself come calling, there is no more important engagement. As to the purpose of my visit, I would have your thoughts on how the crown might best aid the refugees residing in Netherland. You are aware, I am sure, that many of Alamigo's displaced sons and daughters long to return to their newly liberated homeland, and you are also aware of how they will suffer without shelter and work to sustain them. I would use our nation's wealth to spare them that suffering. What advice have you for me on the matter of how it might best be distributed? The unusual circumstances of our meeting, and your Grace's choice of companion, would suggest to me a desire for an honest and unvarnished opinion. I shall give you one. My advice to you is stop. Taxing Ulda's wealth to save Alamigan refugees is a terrible, terrible idea. You oppose my proposition? Most emphatically. I agree with your Grace that the refugees must have housing and employment, but what profit is there for Ulda in this arrangement? Prophet? After all you've done for Garabanya's displaced, I thought you the very last person to seek to benefit from their misfortune. Forgive me, Your Grace, but you appear to be laboring under a misapprehension. It is a fine endeavor to support one's fellow man. I fear, however, that your stance is one born of pity. Your intent is to save the refugees, is it not? For all our potential, we are indolent creatures by nature. If unconditional charity is all we know, then we begin to rely upon it, to expect it. And then we must consider Ulda's own poor and downtrodden. Should they hear of you spending the nation's coin, not to improve their lot, but to nurture the distant citizens of Alamigo, it is unlikely they will applaud your generosity. Surely it is not your Grace's intention to foster new resentments, but to spread goodwill. That music. Indeed. Then any support I pledge to the refugees must promote self-sufficiency, whilst also serving the interests of the people of Ulda. Convert's a libertarian. You know, basically. Exactly so. Such an arrangement will create a far more equitable relationship with the returning Alamegans, even as it generates the revenue required to win the approval of your subjects. You have given me much to ponder, Lord Mandeville. I thank you for your candor. I'm sure they'll be happy with our thoughts and prayers. Yes. Thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. You'll be in my thoughts. Prophet, the thought never even crossed my mind. But standing about lamenting my naivety will not do anyone any good. I shall consider my lesson learned and press on. Burr, are you perchance acquainted with any successful merchants? If my attempt at philanthropy is obliged to reap a profit, it would seem wise to consult someone with a knack for business. Ordinarily, I would not trust any agent of the East Aldenard Trading Company, but if you hold this Hancock fellow in high esteem, I am content to be led by you. You may repay my faith by journeying to distant Kukane and speaking with him on my behalf. Eager though I am to visit those shores, I have not the leisure for a lengthy sea voyage. Now, assuming you will travel, as adventurers are wont to do, I shall await your report by the Etherite in Ulda. A fair journey to you, Burr, and a swift one, if you please. So we gotta go to Hancock. Oh my gosh. That's who I thought of. I was like, Patricio! Alas. We have to talk to Hancock. Alright, let's go spend the largest teleportation fee. Basically Gemini. And I mean, it's not horrible. Way too. Help them. Look at this cutie. Oh my goodness. Where the heck are you? He's like the Ruby Bazaar. I love Kugane. It is so pretty. I just love Doma. Very sad when we had to leave it. East Sultana Trading Company. Yes, let me in. Let me in! I gotta talk to this guy. Hello. Burr, to what do I owe the pleasure? Or are you here on business? I beg your pardon. Her Grace the Sultana would have my opinion on how best to invest the wealth of Ulda. But dear Burr, I have you to thank for this recognition, I am sure, and I am flattered that you came to me. Truly flattered. For why settle for a lowly apprentice when you could have the master? Upon matters of profit, there is no living soul better qualified to advise her grace than Chairman Lolorito, a man whose morning exertions are said to fill his garderobe with gold. What? I should be happy to arrange a meeting for you, say at the Scion's former headquarters in Thanalan. The Waking Sands would seem a suitably neutral venue for negotiations, don't you think? Fare you well, Burr, and may your dealings prove fruitful. Uh-oh. I don't know if we should talk to Lolorito. I think she wanted to avoid talking to that guy. He just doesn't want to get in trouble with his boss. So where is she now? Is she back at her place? No. Where is she? She's out here. Just like chilling. Ooh, da. Ooh, that little laggy. Welcome back, Burr. Did your merchant friend have any useful advice to share? With Lolorito? And you agreed to this? I am well aware of his standing in the field of business, but I had hoped to keep the monetarist at arm's length, and him in particular. Nay, I cannot live in fear of the man. I must learn how to treat with him if I am to rule Ulda effectively. Very well. I will meet with Lolorito. Let us go on ahead to the Waking Sands and prepare for his coming. My goodness. So this is where the Scions first congregated. I have heard many tales, but never had occasion to visit. To work, then. The hour of the meeting draws near, and I would gather my thoughts. Pray see to it that we have the appointed room to ourselves. I'll go be the bodyguard. Oh. Waddle.
A personal summons from the Scions. This must be important business indeed. Though, if it concerns anything so underhand as an assassination, I fear I can be of little help.
She has a mask too. What the heck?
You have made your point. It is indeed unsettling to find oneself seated across from an impassive mask. There, would this better please your grace? Or should I address you as Lady Lilira?
Nay, the deception has served its purpose. I am glad to see you found amusement in my little jest, Lord Lolorito, but shall we proceed to the business at hand?
My new axe. Would you like to meet my little friend?
By all means. I must say, I am most eager to hear your proposal.
Simply put, I would aid the refugees camped in Thanalan in their efforts to return to Alamigo. The reparations you paid in the wake of your earlier misdemeanors will be used to fund the endeavor, together with the fortune seized from the late Teleji Adeleji's estate. But this plan is not intended to benefit the displaced alone. I would make of this an investment which shall enrich Ulda and Alamigo both. And who better to consult on matters of profit than the wealthiest man in all of Thanalan? I beseech you then, Lord Lolorito, share with us your mercantile wisdom.
Ah, 'twould seem your grace has matured beyond acts of earnest yet misplaced charity. Pray tell me more.
Yeah, it's amazing how much you can mature, like, with one conversation. Just how to talk to Godbert. And to just put some sense in her mind, I suppose.
To summarize, in return for facilitating the repatriation of refugees and assisting in the establishment of new industry in Alamigo, you ask that a proportion of all subsequent profits be promised to Uldar. Huh, I am impressed, Your Grace. 'Tis an elegant solution, albeit one lacking certain crucial details, specifically which industry and where.
How swiftly you identified the weakness in my plan, just as I knew you would. Your travels have taken you across the length and breadth of Gir Abania, and you know the land far better than I. Which of the settlements you visited would best provide a home for our refugees? Which has the greatest potential to flourish, given the appropriate investment?
Oh boy. Oh, I don't remember what any of them look like. Alaganha, Alagiri, the Sultana. Tempted to say the Sultry. I don't remember. I can't. They're all the names are so similar. I don't know. That one's different, so we're saying it.
Ah, yes, that desolate little village on the shore of Loch Seld. I know the Sultry and its products well. The Imperial invasion brought an end to their more widespread distribution, much to the dismay of many a wealthy gourmand, myself included. Salt has ever been a transformative ingredient, and in this instance, I dare say, it could transform a modicum of effort into a mountain of gil.
I mean, salt is, like, pretty valuable, to be fair.
The local citizens will need to be consulted, of course, but I trust the East Aldenar Trading Company can be relied upon to provide its assistance in negotiating a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Naturally, Your Grace. I shall dispatch representatives well versed in the extraction of this white gold and wring every last ons of profit from its production. The Loch's bounty will contribute to Alamigo's enrichment, whilst easing the burden on the bull's aching shoulders, just as Your Grace desired.
A deal is struck then.
Hooray! Love a good deal. I fear it will be many years before I feel comfortable taking part in such negotiations, but I shall not complain. We have piqued Lolorito's interest and secured his invaluable expertise. Thank you, Burr. I could not have done it without you. Persimmon leaf sushi. Jelly compote. Onigarayaki. Ooh, we'll just take the sushi. Well, I think this will be where I'm going to stop for the evening. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate you all. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. He surely did. That was kind of a ballsy move, you know? So we gotta give him credit where credit is due. But keep an eye out on the community tab tomorrow, because I'll post what time I'm streaming then. And yeah, I'll see you guys again soon. Yes, always fun.